Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have like a what I think is going to be an exciting and very fun video. Last night I was just watching YouTube, just getting a bit of inspo for what I can do next rather than like another tutorial for you guys. So I was like, you know what, why not do like a Kmart makeup challenge where I just buy Kmart branded makeup, just film me like trying it out and seeing if it's good or not, giving like first impressions, all that kind of stuff. But then when I got there I was actually so surprised because I haven't seen the e.l.f. shelf. It's almost full like with all their products. I was just like, I'm just gonna do a full face of e.l.f. because the only product I've ever used of e.l.f. was like this concealer popping up on screen. It was like a really full coverage and I remember I liked it. I didn't really know much about makeup back then because I remember using this product when I was like 14 years old. Now that I know a bit of makeup and like know how it all works and all that kind of stuff, I was so excited to see e.l.f. all like filled up to the top pretty much, and I was just like, you know what, let's do a full face of e.l.f. So this is the goodies, the e.l.f. goodies. So I bought like a primer, I bought like a mini eyeshadow palette, like I kind of bought what was there, like what I could get. The only thing that they didn't have in stock was any like lip liners, and they didn't have like a contour, like anything to contour. But I got a blush, so that's okay, we'll just do a bit of blush. But yes, I'm so excited. So without further ado, let's try some e.l.f. makeup. Let's try some e.l.f. Stuart Dill. So first off, we're going to start with the eyebrows. So this is the e.l.f. Cosmetics, the Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I got two colours just because I don't have any testers out, so I just wanted to like, just get a couple of options. So I got a neutral brown shade, but I also got a deep brown. Just from like looking at the bottom, I feel like the deep brown is probably going to be the one. So we'll just open it up. That's what it looks like. I'm just going to brush them up. So we're just going to go in with the brow pencil end. I'm just going to like follow the natural shape that I've got already. And I'm just going to like gently fill that in. I feel like it'll look better if my eyebrows were like freshly like waxed, but it'll do. It's still like, it doesn't look terrible, it still looks all good. It's quite buildable, so it makes it really easy to sort of use, I guess. It's all good, like what I've done with my brows. I think that's, considering they're not really like fresh at the moment, they're overgrown, they're due for a thread or a wax, I think they look pretty decent. Like they're nice and filled in, it's done the job. So the brow pencil, it's only $8, so that's actually pretty affordable, and that's why I'm quite excited to try out e.l.f. is because e.l.f. is known to be very good. Like it's known to be very good, but also it's known because it's affordable. Moving on, I'm going to be trying out the 16-hour Camo Concealer. I got the shade Light Beige. Again, Kmart doesn't have any testers or samples that you can try out what it looks like out of the packaging. It's a pretty like wide bottle, I would say, and that's the applicator, so it's quite got like a really thick headed applicator. Kind of reminds me of, I'm pretty sure it's the Makeup Revolution, their concealer, kind of like in this sort of size. I am going to obviously start with my eyes first, so I'm just going to use this concealer. It's quite thick, but I'm going to be using this concealer to carve out my eyebrows and set my eyelids. I'm just going to like spread that out using the flat end eyeshadow brush. Just going to my damp beauty blender just to blend the concealer out. I mean, it's okay, like I'm blending it out, however it doesn't blend out as easy as you apply it on. And as you can kind of see, like just here where my eyebrow piercings were, like there's a bit of like a line. It's kind of just sitting there at the moment, and it's just making it a little bit harder to blend. See, like you can still see that like line there. I'm like trying to blend it out, but it's not really blending. Oh well, let's move on to the other eye. Okay, just from doing these two eyelids, I'll probably recommend doing one at a time because this one's already starting to like dry out. So when I apply this concealer on my face, I'll just stick to doing like bits at a time. Will make it easier for me to blend out. Okay, moving on to eyeshadow. These are the two like e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow. So that's the Berry Bad shades, and the other one that I got is Carnival Candy. This one's more like matte sort of colours. more browny sort of tones, and then obviously one blue at the end. I feel like I'm gonna go with the Berry Bad shade, and I feel like it'll kind of match like my top, so we'll go with that. We'll start with that one. Let's just use our finger and just see. Oh wow, so that is the two shimmers. They're actually really pigmented. No, they don't have the names on the back, but I'm gonna go into with this shade here, and that's gonna be my transition. Yeah, it's actually not that bad. I'm quite happy with that build up that I've got going on now, because what I'll do is I'll deepen it with that darker brown shade, but I'll just pop it on the other eye. So we're now going to be using that dark brown shade there. So we're just going to deepen that up, popping it in our crease area. But I'm noticing that as I'm blending my crease area, it's kind of getting like a bit patchy. It might be because I'm putting the concealer down rather than like an eye primer, but I feel like concealers kind of just do like as good of a job. However, I like the colours though, like it's kind of giving like a wine sort of vibe, like red wine. Not a fan of the matte shades. Like I feel like the formula for the mattes aren't that good. Like they're very chalky. They're kind of like blending out patchy. Mainly the darker one, like it's not really blending out as nice, but that's okay. I'm now going to take this pinky sort of shimmer shade, just going to apply it with my finger. Yeah, so that's what the eyeshadow looks like. Like it doesn't look bad. The formula for the mattes is probably the only downfall I would say, but the shimmers are actually all good. Like they apply quite nicely. We're now going to be priming our face, and I bought the Luminous Putty Primer. This luminous blurring putty primer has a velvety texture that glides effortlessly over the skin to smooth out imperfections and add a soft glow. Infused with hyaluronic acid and vegan collagen to help plump skin and keep it fresh and hydrated. The result? A smooth, blurred, radiant complexion. Okay, this sounds good. I'm actually quite excited. I've never really used like a putty consistency of a primer before, so this is going to be interesting. That's the packaging. A very like nice clean packaging. Like I actually quite like e.l.f.'s packaging. It's nothing too intense. It's very elegant. Oh, that's a really nice consistency. Like it almost feels like a moisturizing balm kind of product. It's actually really nice. Take some on my finger and then I guess just like blend it all over. Oh, okay, look at that glow. Look at that glow, Jill. Okay, I actually quite like this. It feels very nice on the skin. Like it feels very moisturizing. Very nice, Jill. Very happy with that purchase. So these are the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. Just in a very like nice, elegant, frosted glass kind of bottle. And I got two shades because obviously, like I said before, there's no testers or samples to try out. I got 220 beige, so this has cool pink undertones, but then there's 250 buff warm yellow undertones, so I think I'm gonna go for this one here. What I might do is I might apply half a face with a brush and then the other half with a beauty blender, just so you guys can kind of see the comparison of like different applications. This foundation, it's a satin finish, so it's not too shiny but it's not too matte. So it's oil free and it's medium coverage. Oh my god, that primer though, like I actually can't get over it. Like it looks so nice. Very nice still. Shaking the product. Okay, so that's one pump there. So I'm just going to apply one half of my face and we'll do that with a sponge. Okay, so obviously it is a lot more lighter than I was, like it's not bad, but it's definitely like kind of made me look like a ghost, but it's okay, we can always bronze it up. But that's what it looks like applied with a beauty blender, a damp beauty blender. Yeah, like it is definitely medium coverage, but that's fine. Like if you're not somebody who likes a full coverage, you want something that's a bit more natural, nothing too like crazy on the skin, this will definitely be good for you. It feels good on my skin as well. Like it doesn't feel heavy. Like it actually feels like I'm not really wearing anything right now, and that was with like at least 2 coats, and that's just on one half of my face. I'm just gonna dot out the other half of my face, and I'm going to be blending that out with a foundation brush. Okay, so this is just the Morphe M439 foundation brush deal. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, but that's with applying it with a foundation brush. But it has like covered a little bit more. However, it does look more drying. Like, I don't know if you guys can see. Maybe I'm just dry in that area of my face. I don't know, but we'll go blend it out. Okay. Alright, so that's the foundation. So far, like, so good. Obviously the colour isn't bang on with my skin, but it's okay. Coverage wise, it definitely lives to its name. Like, it is a medium coverage. So I probably applied about 4 pumps to my face, so like 2 on each side to get the coverage that I'm looking for. I guess if you're into medium coverage, would recommend, but if you want something that's a bit more full, then this definitely won't be for you. It feels good on the skin though. Like, it doesn't feel too heavy on my skin. It feels quite light, which is really nice, because I hate foundation where it feels like it's just sitting on your skin. But yeah, first impressions, so far so good. We're now going to go back in with the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer, and this is a matte finish. The foundation satin, but the concealer is a matte. And we're just going to pop like just 2 dots underneath the eye area. So yeah, just apply a couple of dots over the face. Oh my god, no, I'm an idiot. I just realised, I remember that this actually dries really fast, so I was going to do little bits at a time. Okay, I'm just going to quickly blend. The coverage is actually really good. You see, like, there's like little patches because it's like drying out really fast. The faster it dries, the harder it is to blend out, I'm finding. Coverage is really good, however it's very drying, which I don't personally like. Not too much of a fan of it. They didn't have any like contouring products, so the only thing I could really find that could kind of add a bit of colour, a bit of warmth and a bit of life to my face is the Putty Blush. That's what that one there looks like, and it's infused with argan oil and vitamin E gel. So basically on the back it says, "Say hello to that island glow. This lightweight but buildable putty to powder blush blends seamlessly into the skin and infused with argan oil, vitamin E. This silky smooth buildable formula will give you a flush from within glow." So it sounds very promising on the back. Now I'm just going to go in with a blush brush and I'm just going to blend that all over the cheek area. It's very like subtle, which I quite like. Like it says it's buildable. I quite like that about this blush, because I hate when you like apply a product and you think you've got the tiniest bit when really it's like a lot. It definitely is like giving that like nice subtle flush. The formula, it's not too bad. It is a little bit like harder to blend out. I'm now just going to go with my beauty blender just to kind of like soften out. See, like these little harsh bits here. So the blush, like, it looks really nice. It definitely does give that like nice natural kind of like flush, just because the foundation and the concealer is quite drying formulas. It does make this creamy sort of consistency a little bit harder to blend out. Obviously they didn't have any contour products, so what I'm going to do is go in with the highlight. So this is the Metallic Flare highlighter, and it's in the shade Rose Gold. First there was glow, then there was dewy, now there's flare. Ooh. Get multi-dimensional high luster glow with this metallic powder highlighter. This buttery, soft, high shimmer formula glides onto the skin for the ultimate highlight. Directions: use your favorite e.l.f. highlighter brush or sponge. Sweep the highlighter onto the cheekbones, along the bridge of the nose, cupid's bow and the brow bone. Dampen the brush or sponge before application for a more intense application. That's what it looks like. Very nice. I don't know, I just have a habit of smelling things just to see if there's a scent. And I'm just going to apply it just to like the tip. Okay, it's very subtle. See, like it's, yeah, very subtle. I quite like a bit of popping highlighter, so I'm just going to add some more. Not bad, not bad. It's definitely not like a buttery consistency, like it's quite, it feels very dry on your finger. And then when you like apply it on, it's just at the bottom there. So here, I wouldn't call it a buttery finish, I'll probably say more chalky. Like, just compared to the metallic shades of the eyeshadow, like to me that was buttery. It applied very easy, very smooth, almost like creamy like. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to spray my brush just to show you guys. That leaves me with the perfect opportunity to use the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set Spray. Yeah, it's a little plastic bottle, but I like how it's like that black, like glossy sort of look. I'm just going to spray our brush. It literally just smells like water, like nothing. I don't know if it's the lighting, it's not as intense compared to this side. See, like that's really like boom, whereas this is quite subtle. And my finger to put it on the bridge. It's definitely a lot harder to blend out with your finger. It's kind of just sitting like right here. My favourite way to apply this highlighter is definitely with a dry brush. I wouldn't recommend spraying. It might just be the e.l.f. spray though. Like when I use Urban Decay, that works like a charm on every metallic shade that I've used from multiple different brands. The Urban Decay setting spray really makes a difference. So it could just be the e.l.f. setting spray. Okay, so we've got 2 more products left to try. So we've got the Length and Volume Black Mascara. If you know me, you guys know that I'm actually obsessed with mascara. Like I love having like nice, dramatic, full volume looking lashes. The other product we have is the Ride or Die Lip Balm in the shade Tough Cookie. So that's what that one looks like. I've heard like a lot of good things about their lip balm, so I'm excited to try that out. So we'll start with the Length and Volume Black Mascara. So pretty much it says achieve full and long looking lashes. Brush head provides edge-to-edge control and even coating for lovely volume and length. What the packaging looks like, just nice and simple. That's what the wand looks like. Like it's very stubby, short and chubby. Like it's just a very stubby looking wand. Let's see how it applies. So that's the e.l.f. mascara and it's actually really nice. And that's with 2 coats applied. Like I was actually kind of worried that just looking at the applicator it was going to kind of give like a more clumpy sort of finish. Like it's actually all good and it's really separated my lashes as well. Like, I'm quite happy with that. So as usual, we're going to smoke out the underneath of our eye, and I'm just going to use that dark brown shade. So just going to go in with a smudge brush to do that. So now I'm just going to do my bottom lashes. We are now going to test out the lip balm. Ride or Die Lip Balm in the shade Tough Cookie. This is meant to get moisturized lips with a hint of colour. Infused with jojoba oil and vegan collagen, it's sure to be your new bestie. Apply AM and PM for soft and hydrated lip still. Warm tube and hands to soften, then apply to the lips. So that's what the packaging looks like outside of the box. It doesn't really smell that nice. It says to warm it up before applying it. It feels like moisturizing. It feels all good and it looks quite nice. I just don't like the smell. That smells disgusting. Like it smells like fake vanilla. The last product that we're going to use, the Makeup Mist and Set. We're just going to use this to set our face. Now that I've sprayed on my face, it smells kind of rosy. Yeah, the setting spray is quite nice. It's actually like kind of made the foundation not look as dry, which is quite good because it's really dry on my face. Alright guys, so that concludes today's video. Trying e.l.f. out for the first time. I guess like a first impressions of some of their products as well. My favourite product is definitely the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. Like this worked really well on my skin. My skin feeling moisturised. It definitely added that like glow that it needed. I would definitely recommend this product. I really like this one. The mascara as well. I was quite surprised because like I mentioned earlier, I did expect it's going to be a bit clumpy just because of like the wand. I've never really seen a mascara that has like a stubby wand, but it did like a really good job. Like I really love the mascara. The foundation was okay. Like I think maybe probably more for like oily skin it might look better. For me it kind of dried it out, and if it's gonna kind of add a bit of like a drying effect, then that might be suitable for the oily skin because it will kind of reduce that shine, if that makes sense. Same with the concealer as well. Like the concealer, very full coverage, but again it's like a very drying finish on me. Personally I don't quite like. The highlighter was all good. The best way in my opinion to apply it was using just a dry brush. That's what it looks like with my finger, and then this is with adding the setting spray to it. But again, it could have just been the e.l.f. setting spray. It might have not worked best. I normally use Urban Decay to my brushes when applying like a metallic or a shimmery sort of eyeshadow. So it could just be that. Like it doesn't look too bad. It's a lot more subtle actually compared to the brush. But the finger, no. Look at my nose. Like I'm looking at myself right now on the camera. and I can just see like this line. The eyeshadow palettes, not too bad. The metallics blended really well, very buttery sort of consistency. The matte shades, however, darker shade definitely kind of blended out a bit more patchy when I was trying to like deepen up my crease area. But otherwise, like if you're just starting out with makeup, learning how to get the hang of eyeshadow, no problem using like a cheaper brand. And like I said, I used to use Makeup Revolution just to kind of like get the hang of it, you know, so that's all good. The Putty Blush, this was okay. I think it's because the formula of the foundation and concealer is quite drying on me. It did make the Putty Blush a little bit harder to apply. Also, like another thing about the foundation, I feel like if I had a color that was to match my skin more, makeup probably would look a little bit better right now. Like I do feel like I look really washed out. There also wasn't any bronzer or contouring available. I think that's also another reason why I'm not too much of a fan with how my makeup currently looks. I feel like I look still a bit dead. It's just due for the foundation being lighter and not having a bronzer or a contour. The lip balm, it's kind of doing its job. Like my lips feel very moisturized. It's probably been on for about like 5 minutes or so now. I like that it's got a bit of a tint. Looks very glossy as well. Kind of a little bit plump too. I just don't like the smell. Like the smell, yeah, nah, the smell just reminds me of like cheap vanilla, cheap chocolate. It's kind of a bit sickly, if I'm gonna be honest. The brow pencil was all good. I think it doesn't help that my eyebrows are due to be like waxed and threaded. Yeah, overall, really love this product and the effect that it gave. Like, when I do videos like this, I just want to give like real honest reviews on how I feel about the product. I'm not going to sugarcoat it just because it's a brand and it's a well-known brand. That's just my first impressions and my thoughts and feelings towards this product. Like some of it's a bit hit and miss if I'm going to be completely honest, but that's what I aim to be when I make these YouTube videos. I just want to give complete honest reviews, and I hope this doesn't offend anybody who uses ELF. ELF has definitely got a good reputation. It's definitely a good affordable brand. That's just part of the journey with makeup. Like, you're going to find products that look good on you and it might work for other people and then it might not work for you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you'd like to see from me, if you want me to try any other brands in particular. Thank you guys, and don't forget to subscribe.